woke up with a massive headache and shivers and I'm just trying to get woke up enough to get going. I meant to get up at like 2 o'clock this morning, which I did technically, but I had a massive migraine and just couldn't force myself to get out of bed. So I kept hitting snooze for about 2 hours, and then for the last hour I've been trying to get rid of my migraine so I can hit the road. It's not completely gone, but it's dulled enough that I can keep my eyes open now. So. I love the American education system. So I went to the cashier that could only accept cash because the other line had like 5 people in it and I had a little bit of cash. I owed him $23.77. He gave me back $1.02 when I gave him $25. Right? I owed him $23.77, gave him $25. He gave me back $1.02. I was like, that's not right. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 3 pennies. That gets you up to 80, and then 2 dimes. So you owe me 4 cents. He's like, oh well, they didn't have the $25 amount in the to put in, so I didn't know for sure how much to get back. It's like, well, that's how you do it. You count up from how much I owed you to how much I gave you, and there's your change. He's like, well, wouldn't you subtract what you gave me from what I owe you? Or wouldn't you subtract what you owed me from what you gave me? It's like, it's the same concept, but only this is a much easier way to do it. Right? If I gave you 77 cents, you count up from 77 to the next 10 digit, right? So 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 3 pennies. And then 80, 90, $1. That leaves $21 to get up to 25, which is what I gave you. So you owe me $1.23. And it acted like I gave him a calculus problem. just realized I haven't talked to the camera yet. It's not going to make a bit of difference whether I leave here now or later, because I still have to take a 30-minute break either way, or a 10-hour break either way. And I've been dog tired all day. It doesn't matter how much I slept last night, I've been dog tired. So I've got my load hooked up, sort of backed up to it. I didn't even get out to put the air lines on yet. And I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. Shut this down so you can hear me. After I edited my last video, it took about 2.5 hours. I fell asleep. When I stopped, I felt like garbage, man. As soon as I woke up yesterday, I felt like garbage, or early this morning. And I just felt tired all day. So I thought when I got here, I'd just take my break and go to sleep. I slept for about 45 minutes, hard as a rock. And then woke up, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I have to sit here for another 5 hours. Anyway, if you haven't been watching me now, it's something I've complained about a lot. Because if it wasn't for the hours of service, I'd be rolling right now. And the reason that is a problem is because since I can't roll, hi buddy, I have to sit here another 6 hours, which just makes my day 6 hours longer than it has to be. Ugh. Go. Boop. Boop. Oh, come on. Anyway. Still got some time to kill. I was about to get up and get ready to go because my clock is ready now. And I realized he sent me a message at 3 o'clock today saying that that place doesn't open until 8. I'm only 7 hours away. So I need to sit here for about another hour and a half. Fun stuff. So we're completely clear what's about to take place. I'll tell you, bud. I started my day 4 o'clock yesterday morning. It's 11:30 at night. I slept for about 45 minutes. And I have a 7.5 hour drive. So today's starting off great, just peachy. Trailer all hooked up. Just try to get these weights balanced as best as I can. Really don't want to slide. It's a heavy freaking load. It's close enough. I need to figure out where I'm going to weigh this thing as soon as possible. briefly before I hit a scale. Love due east, McPherson, Kansas. It's the closest one. There's technically a DOT pullout there, but that's usually for inspections, and it's usually not during thunderstorms at 1 in the morning. So that'll be the closest place to go to get weighed. I'm hoping I weigh out all right. It's a heavy load of minerals, so I mean, we're just kind of. It says 44,000, which technically shouldn't be a problem, but you know, you never know how accurate those bills are until you weigh the thing. So we're running across the scales at the Loves in McPherson. Hit the road. Feels like a place like this, it you know, bags up minerals and stuff. It receives bulk minerals, should have a scale somewhere, but I don't see it. Maybe it's somewhere in the back. She's legal. It's a little heavy on the nose, but legally heavy. My axle can carry 13,000 pounds. It's 12,280 or something like that. Everything else is perfect. It's not even 8 o'clock and they're already unloading me, so these miles are going to go on this check, which puts me at just under 1,600 or 3,600 miles this week. So it's double what I got last week, so pretty happy with that. If I wasn't tired when I got up, I'm sure tired now. I figure out where the hell I'm going to go park too. Could just probably go down to Lamar's and park at the truck stop, but because that's probably where I'm going to end up going anyway.
Yeah, I can work that. Alright.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
Have a good one. It's 8:30. About 45 minutes. Not bad. Get this load sent over. Get this thing emailed to the accounting so I can get paid. And then I'll go to the truck stop and go to bed. I am not done. I got a load waiting for me down in Wells, in Lamar's. It's my home load. It's going to Clarksville, Arkansas. Wednesday evening. I'm due home on Thursday, so I gotta go at least get it picked up and maybe down to Sioux City. The love's down there flying me. It's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours of driving, so maybe 2.5, 3 hours of work, and then I'll be able to go to bed. It's crazy. I'm starting to get so familiar with this part of Iowa. Yeah, this is a good thing about the... it's not going to focus. It's alright. I don't really want to get kids' faces on here anyway, but there's like an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old kid, little girls, riding their bikes down the middle of the street. Don't see that much anymore. You know, I did that crap when I was a kid. I was all over town. I'd wager I put 20 miles on my bicycle every day during the summer. Just riding around all over my hometown. Going to friends' houses and chilling with them for a while, just ride around, popping wheelies and doing bunny hops. And I got so good at riding with no hands, I could start it, ride all the way across town and back without ever touching the handlebars. That's how much I rode. I actually want to get a bike to carry on my truck, so I can, for one, get some exercise, because I still like riding bikes. Bicycles, it's great exercise. It's low impact on your knees and stuff, and I've got bad knees. You know, compared to running or anything like that, it's way easier on the knees. And I can get to local businesses and stuff, or ride my bike there. Anyway, like I was saying, we run down to the yard, drop this dirty trailer in there at the yard in Lamar's, and then go up to Wells, grab this loaded trailer. I mean, even if I just grab it and park, I'd still be able to make it on time, but I want to try to get down to Sioux City if I have enough time. I have 3 hours and 24 minutes of drive time left. So it's like 45 minutes down to Schuster Yard. Drop this thing in there. It's another 5 to 10 minutes up to Wells. Should get loaded, be able to get out, in and out of there pretty quick, because Bobtail didn't grab. I know that trailer's loaded. It shows that it's supposed to be loaded at 2 o'clock yesterday morning, so, or this morning. It should be loaded. Get the thing. Get to Sioux City at best, probably. That'll put me like 570 something. Clarksville to Walmart DC, Clarksville. It's funny because it ends up being my home load for like every company I've ever worked for. I've ended up delivering to that Walmart DC to get home like a good 50% of the time, or maybe 40%. But yeah, so far with Schuster it's 50%. But either way, I don't mind that place. It's actually my favorite Walmart to go to for a couple reasons. If you show up early, like too early, they have a little staging area that lets you hang out in. It only accommodates like 5 trucks, and they won't let you do it for like 6 hours or anything. But if you show up like an hour too early, hour and a half too early, they'll let you sit over there and kill time. And if you are way too early, or you're out of time once you get delivered, there's a truck stop right across the street that nobody knows about unless you deliver there, because it's way off the interstate down some back roads, and it's a big lot. So when I get into there, I won't have any time on my clock, so I'll go to bed. I guess it depends. If I got enough time to get within 46 miles, I could deadhead the rest of the way home, but it would be late at night anyway, so I'm not gonna make my wife and kids stay up late just so they can pick me up, and they can just do it in the morning. I think I was gonna say something earlier. It's like I'm getting so familiar with this area that like I don't need GPS and stuff to get me around anymore. Just try not to rely on that stuff too much as it is, just because it's not always super reliable. It can take you down some crappy paths if you're not paying attention. You can't just set your destination and go. That dude saw me wanting to get out, and he waited because he's in a pickup truck with a little trailer. He's got more time. There's another thing about rural Iowa. People are usually pretty courteous. He saw me needing to get out. You know, I'm pulling a 53-foot trailer. He's got a little short trailer. He had just as much of a right to go as I did, but you know, he waved me on and said, "Go ahead." Anyway, still got work to do. seen shag drivers on the internet blame the height of these trailers on drivers not dumping their airbags. But my airbags are fully up. See how much landing gear is showing? It's still got weight on it. Now look at that one. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, definitely. Like right here is where it should be. That can't be explained by airbags not being dumped. And it happens so much that, like Tyson's and this place both, why they would ever need to get out and lower the landing gear further than it was, it makes no sense. And we got to fight with it every time. They're designed to be at the level of the fifth wheel, so when the fifth wheel goes under it, it lifts it up off the ground. But some of these shippers, you end up with a landing gear 6 inches, taller than it should be. And all of them are like that. You can look along the thing, see how tall they all are. Every driver that comes in here has a taller truck. It just doesn't make any sense. I get tired of fighting with them now. Something that should take 20 seconds takes 10 minutes. It's not like it's hard or anything, it's just annoying. You like that little maneuver? Old Hirschwalk was in the way, so I had to come in here the wrong way. It wasn't enough for him to really turn around, so I just jackknifed it all the way around into the spot. Didn't even have to pull forward. I'm just that good. I'm also just that damn tired, so. Although I would like to get further down the road so that I could for sure have time to get home, I don't have time to keep going. So. And I'm tired. Campsite. I'm not sure why you'd want to camp here. Surrounded by cornfields and a truck stop.